What if I told you that 95 of your behavior is governed by habit? Scary thought, isn't it? It means we rely largely on autopilot, driven by patterns etched deep within our brains. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding this power of habit allows us to take the reins and steer our lives towards the outcomes we desire. Hello there, bookworms, and welcome back to A's Book Talk. Today, we diving into a classic exploration of human behavior, Habit by the renowned psychologist and philosopher William James. James, often hailed as the father of American psychology, lived from 1842 to 1910. He was a pivotal figure at the turn of the century, a time of great intellectual ferment as psychology was emerging as a distinct field of study. He helped to shape the landscape, writing extensively on consciousness, emotion, and the very practical aspects of human living. He was a gifted writer and speaker, and his works are still accessible and relevant today. In Habit, James dismantles the notion of willpower as the sole determinant of our actions. He argues that habit, a seemingly mundane aspect of our lives, is actually the engine driving much of our behavior. These habits aren't just annoying quirks. They are the very stuff of which our characters are made. They define our skills, our tendencies, and ultimately our destinies. James begins by establishing the neurological basis of habit. He describes how repeated actions create pathways in the nervous system, like grooves in a record, making those actions easier and more likely to occur in the future. He stresses that this process is fundamental to learning and adaptation. Without habits, we'd be forced to consciously relearn every single task, every single day. Imagine having to consciously think about every step you take or every letter you type. The formation of a habit, according to James, happens through practice and repetition. Every time you perform an action, you are reinforcing that neural pathway, making it stronger and more resistant to change. He emphasizes the importance of seizing the first opportunity to act on a new resolution. Don't let the initial enthusiasm wane. Jump in, fully commit, and establish that initial neural pathway as quickly as possible. But what about breaking bad habits? James acknowledges the difficulty of this endeavor, comparing it to trying to change the course of a deeply entrenched river. He suggests strategies such as launching a vigorous initiative. Don't just passively try to stop a bad habit. Actively attack it head-on. Surround yourself with positive influences and avoid situations that trigger the unwanted behavior. He warns against making exceptions. One lapse can undo weeks or months of progress, weakening the newly formed neural pathway and strengthening the old, undesirable one. Consistency is key. He uses the analogy of a ball of string. Each success adds another layer, making it stronger and more resistant to breaking. James also explores the role of habit in various aspects of life, including education, morality, and even social interactions. He stresses the importance of instilling good habits in children early on, as these habits will shape their character and determine their future success. He argues that a good education isn't just about acquiring knowledge. It's about cultivating the habits of discipline, focus, and critical thinking. And I He emphasizes that habits are not destiny. We have the capacity to change our habits and shape our own lives. However, it requires conscious effort, determination, and a deep understanding of the principles of habit formation. And it is the great thing is, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. People have been studying this for a long time, so we can benefit from that knowledge. So, what are some takeaways from habit that we can apply to our lives today? Firstly, recognize the immense power of habit. Understand that your daily routines and tendencies are shaping your life in profound ways. Secondly, take control of your habits. Identify the habits that are serving you well and those that are holding you back. Actively cultivate good habits and work to break the bad ones. Remember the importance of launching a vigorous initiative and being consistent in your efforts. Thirdly, embrace the long game. Changing habits takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged by setbacks. View each day as an opportunity to reinforce the habits you want to cultivate. Little by little, you will build the life you desire. And finally, extend compassion to yourself. We are all creatures of habit, and we all struggle with unwanted tendencies. Be patient with yourself as you work to transform your habits and unlock your full potential. Habit isn't just a theoretical treatise. It's a practical guide to self-improvement. Self-authors a prokaio Perfect productivity to the local It offers timeless insights into the nature of human behavior and empowers us to take control of our lives. It's a powerful reminder that we can shape our own destinies, one habit at a time. That's all for today's discussion of habit by William James. If you found this exploration of habit formation helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Ace Book Talk for more book recommendations. Until next, happy reading!